Hey everyone, my name is Brianne Coolidge and I just want to take a second and share my health testimony with the Plexus products with you. This is not a journey that I ever expected to be on. It's one that started well before I ever found Plexus, but it's something that I'm so passionate about and love sharing with people because these products have absolutely changed our lives. And if you're just getting going with this journey, or if you're still in that skeptical stage, believe me, I get it. I was not one that ever thought that these products would work. And if they did on the off chance work, I was never going to be one that started sharing them. But they did work and they have changed our lives. And it's something that I want for everybody that is ready for that journey, because these products are absolutely phenomenal and a step above everything else that is out there. And believe me, I know, because I tried a lot of different things. So my journey started, and I'm going to try to keep this as compliant as possible. I am not a doctor. I am not somebody that is going to tell you that these products are going to cure or treat or prevent anything that you are going through. I'm simply telling you what has worked for me and for so many other people that are on this journey as well. So what you do with this information is completely up to you, but it's something that I am forever grateful that somebody shared with me, because we would not be where we are now. So I started with some pretty severe headaches before I went to college. The year before I went to my freshman year, we just kind of chalked it up, right? We suffer from all these symptoms and we just mask them. We do whatever we can to lessen the pain and lessen whatever we're feeling, because we just want to be able to make it through our days. Our days are busy. We have a lot of things going on and we don't have time for all of that stuff. So I was just prescribed some medication for when that migraine would start coming in. I was told that I could take some extra supplements to maybe help it along, but neurologists didn't really know what they were coming from. I would completely lose my vision. It was a pretty miserable thing, and it would last for a couple of days. I had a couple of other things that were going on. Each winter, I was always diagnosed with something that would just make me super, super tired. I needed to sleep a lot. But as soon as I slept it off, it was kind of over. I didn't really think a lot about it. Then I got married and we started our journey to have kids. And when my daughter was born, I have 3 kids now. They're 3.5, 5, and 7. My oldest daughter kind of went through a lot of other health things, but once you have kids, you just brush them under the rug, right? We just go through our days and we do what's best for everybody else, but we kind of neglect ourselves sometimes. And that definitely happened to me on my parenting journey. But what was our biggest moment that changed everything for us was when my oldest daughter was 14 months old. I was teaching at the time. I got a phone call that she had gone into a shock from a food that she had ingested. Got to the emergency room, her face had completely swollen to the point where her eyes were swollen shut, her ear canals had swollen shut, and she was unrecognizable. Spent 6 hours in the emergency room, 3 shots of epinephrine, 2 shots of Benadryl, and we got to come home with a little girl that was still pretty swollen, and we were scared to death. To watch something like that happen to somebody that you love that much was terrifying, and I had no idea what was going to be starting for us. So we took her as soon as we could to a specialist. We had blood work done. Came back that she had a pretty severe reaction to tree nuts, so we needed to take them out of her diet completely. At 2, she went back and she had the testing done where they put needles in her skin, and right away the control they did on her arm just ballooned. We found out that she had reactions to just about every single outdoor pollen that you can imagine. We live on a dairy farm, so life got pretty interesting because we could not take her into the barn. She could not be around cats, grasses, pollens, trees, dust, mites, you name it, it caused a reaction for her. So she was pretty medicated every day just to be able to walk outside without having the watering eyes and sneezing and runny nose. And that just continued. That's the way that we thought that things were going to be for her. Her skin broke out in rashes. We had just about every single kind of topical cream that you can imagine for those patches on her skin. And along with that, she developed a lot of other food intolerances. By the time she was 4.5, we had her off of dairy, gluten, anything with tree nuts, of course. Eggs caused a rash really bad on her skin. And then we found out that she had developed a carrot intolerance. At this point, I considered myself a really crunchy mom. You know, we lived by food labels. We were eliminating sugars. We were eliminating processed sugars. We were eliminating food dyes, anything that we could to try to help her along that journey, but nothing seemed to be working. I was treating symptoms every single day with oils and topical aids and treatments and creams and medications. And at one point, we just tried to stop medications, but she couldn't do anything. So we had vitamins, and I mean, you name it, we tried it. I had a medicine cabinet filled with stuff that wasn't really working and that we were just masking every day. Along with all of that stuff that was going on, I had had 2 more children. My kids were all born within 3.5 years of each other, and my body was pretty depleted and just done. In that time span, I had been diagnosed with 3 different diagnoses or diseases. One where my joints would swell to the point where I was going in almost every other week to have the fluid pulled from them with needles. Another where my muscles were so fatigued that I just couldn't really do a lot. I was tired all of the time. To go upstairs, I couldn't carry my daughter up and down the stairs because my joints wouldn't bend the right way. Getting out of bed in the morning was really hard before I would get in the shower and get, warm water run over me to get my joints processing and working the right way. I was diagnosed with a food intolerance where I could no longer eat gluten. So I went completely gluten-free for 2 years. I had so many different things that were going on, but it was the same thing as with Riley. We just kind of masked those symptoms. I had 3 kids to take care of. I had jobs to do. I couldn't really just not be functioning every single day. So when somebody came to me, I posted on Facebook, like so many of us do, about things that Ry was going through, because I didn't really openly talk about a lot of the things that I was going through. I didn't want people to know that I was struggling. But I had posted about Riley, and somebody told me about these products, and I didn't want anything to do with them. I thought that it was a gimmick. I didn't think I needed them. We had supplements. We were taking a probiotic. I thought that I was on the top of the line vitamins. We were using different natural treatments that we were getting from places. I thought that we were okay. I thought that that was something that we were just going to have to deal with and live with. And so I said, no, I didn't want it. I wasn't interested in Plexus. And thankfully, she was persistent, and she said, I know these products will help you. I know that you are a researcher. I want you to look into it. I just want you to see what you think and give it an honest try. So I looked into the company. I am a huge researcher. I went to graduate school with psychology. I thought that I knew what I needed to know about the gut-brain connection. But then I looked into Plexus, and I looked into the ingredients, and I found that I actually loved the ingredients. I loved the way that it was made. I loved that there was no artificial dyes or sweeteners or anything that was artificial for the ingredients. I loved that there was a 60-day back money guarantee, because I wasn't going to be adding to all those products that were already in the closet that didn't work. I really thought that I was going to order the products, I was going to try them, and I was going to get my money back. I could say that they didn't work, and I could get my money back at the end, and everybody would be okay. That didn't happen, because just a few weeks into it, everything was changing for us. I tried it for myself first. I felt like a new person. I had energy. I wasn't waking up with joint aches and pains. I wasn't needing anything to get me through the day or to mask symptoms. So then I tried it with my daughter, and I really researched the ingredients before I started anything with her, because at that time she was only 5 years old. So I started it with her, and same thing. Within a couple of weeks, her skin was clearing. She wasn't needing medication to go outside. She was able to be in the barn. She was around cats and grass and eating her low intolerant foods. Everything has changed for us in 18 months. Everything. It's been consistency. It's been using the products every day. It's been drinking the water that we need to flush out those toxins that we come in contact with. The average woman comes in contact with 528 toxins every single day. That number is staggering, and it's no reason that our bodies feel so depleted and so overworked. We cannot get what we need through diet and exercise alone. I've tried it. We cannot get what we need through supplements that don't have quality ingredients, that don't have a probiotic with an antifungal, that doesn't have a vitamin that heals from the inside out and is not packed filled with synthetics. these products have changed everything for me. So if you're watching this, it's because somebody has had that same thing happen. They've had these products completely change their lives, and they want that for you too. Know that they are not hounding you because they are trying to sell something to you, or they are trying to get you to do something other than change your life, because these products work. 50,000 orders a day and a less than 1% return rate. The growth in this company is not just because people are jumping on a bandwagon. The growth in this company is because these products are phenomenal and they are changing lives. So if you have any questions, feel free. If you want official names of things that we went through, I will always be happy to share that. So don't ever hesitate if you need to message with anything. And I really hope that this is something that you consider and that you look into, so you can stop masking those symptoms that you are dealing with every single day, and that you can live your life the way that you're designed to, with energy, without those symptoms, and you can really enjoy it to the fullest. Hope you guys have a great day.